to deal with issues that surrounds us. The last time I was in Enugu, yeah, we're coming on. Last, we spoke a lot on how to cohabit and be professionals we are in all. We are not quacks. We are trained to professionalize. In professionalism, we need to work together. But here, today, it should be another topic. The last topic at the is in YouTube. So if anybody goes to my Bluebird TV, you watch all those things, my interaction in Warren, in Asaba, in Birnin KB, in Kaduna, many in Abuja, even by the old taking pre-induction lectures. At my age, 65, I will be in the next 3 months or so. I owe the profession a lot. So there's some certain interpretations I got when I was starting. Those interpretations, I felt that was not normal. I believe strongly that if I do one or two things to make it normal, those in this generation will not be able to bridge the gap. Unfortunately for me, I was saying that the old vets do not do anything for them. Soon now they'll cross over to old vets. Last topic I did here was how to collaborate so that you can expand the market for everybody to ventilate the market. We're not in Obete, where we outcompete ourselves during using some various things. One day I was traveling to Onitsha by public transport. I never knew that what was under my seat was some dogs. The driver was told to give this dog an Auchi to some people. So immediately we got Auchi, got to the park where we mentioned the man's name for them to call the man. Everybody in that park was afraid. It's like the man is a juju man to the core. Those dogs were meant for juju, so that in the park, they will be getting more passengers, you know. In their vehicle be getting more passengers than other branded vehicles. These are not the way we are wired on how to compete with ourselves. Compete with ourselves so that anything we are doing in debt, in jollification, in enjoyment, we must be part. We grieve with ourselves when we are grieving. One person is grieving, it's like everybody is grieving. When somebody is throwing a bash, it's like everybody's involved. In Anambra, I attended one traditional wedding. I don't know this young man. Nearly I had his event from the platform. I went there. I didn't see anybody. It's only the chairman and two other people. We are there but if it's in law, despite the fact they go to court to fight, outside the court, everybody dresses well and become a lawyer he is, in collaboration, in cohabitation, in competition. I didn't see anybody. They said, it's just, I couldn't understand. My wife is a lawyer. I've attended some of their ceremonies. If go there, everybody will come. They'll come here to crack jokes. They come here to discuss matters, and they have a lot of things that fixes them together, seminars. And in our own clinical meet conferences, seminars. I don't know whether you are doing it in Enugu. How do you gain? There's this vet doctor. If you were asking him questions, you say, let the clients refer the clients to me. I won't tell you anything. That's not the way to do it. If you have that myopic mind, that's me where that vet doctor, my classmate, is today. I always say it's the dustbin of history. If a vet asks you a question, please. I have an uncle who died as a lawyer. Even if you have a case against him, he will advise you. Is it not an open court? You argue and go. The judge will take his decision. But if you do individualistic, I have got passed through that stage. Then my topic today, on a fundamental note, is from where I left you 2 years ago. I was in Enugu. We're able to get something, we're able to interpret, we're able to cohabit effectively, we're able to expand the market so that more people will come. I feel disgustful when it's going to Ibadan for look for day old chicks from our colleagues or from people that are not even owned by people who are not even our practice. What are we doing? Do you know you set up a hatchery here, everybody will just come. At least vets will take superior density in our location. That's the way to grow. How do you grow the industry from the primary and not from the secondary? From the downstream to the upstream. If you have a good vet breeder, people will. I think Kimberly helped my sister-in-law to breed a puppy, to breed a dog, a Caucasian dog in Tinker's Corner. They produced, the dog produced 6. But when the market was becoming difficult, I came in. I know she must have advertised it around. Nobody, I think she picked only one. But what I did is that I went to my status and put it on my status. My cousin from US said, I need 2. This person said, I said, oh, Bella, my cousin, my sister-in-law, put it on your status. The dog was sold under 48 hours. We should have alternative platforms and pathways of doing our things, doing it good, doing it better, doing it best. From my platform alone, I saw it that day. The dogs are in my village now. My sister-in-law is married to your place, is it Ifite? Mbise. While my wife, that's the sister, I married her from our KTT. There are many ways of doing these things. You might be in gold. If you don't dig the ground, you can't get gold. And I've told Nigerians that this country is a gold mine. I am not living it. I have opportunity living in Britain. I have opportunity of being a British citizen, but I am here. There is a lot of things in this place. As a senior citizen, I have seen it. I started from ambulatory, which I have discussed with you. And my kind of ambulatory is from total trekking to half trekking, half Okada subsidized ambulatory. And I always say it, my lap, my trousers in my lap were cheering for the lap. And the what do you call them? My tailor, my clothes mender, they used to call them Obioma, for asking me, why is it tearing from the lab? Because I know it's trekking. We are tear. It's that funny. But we're able to build our practice, build the business, the corporate engine. Rome was not built in a day. There are things you do gradually, you step in. It's a game, life is a game of step by step. Okay, how is it that those who were born with silver spoon, many of them are having copper spoon in their mouth, from silver spoon when they were born in their mouth, now to copper, now from copper to iron. Anyway, copper and iron are in the transitional group in the periodic chart of chemistry. How come? How come? There are 3 ways of attaining greatness, which Shakespeare depicted in 12th Night. Say some are born great, right? And from those born with silver spoon, some achieve greatness, some have greatness trusted upon them. Those born great, that greatness can easily be dropped if they do not fight to sustain greatness. And it is not achieving greatness is a problem, but to sustain it is the more difficult problem. You might get there, but to achieve it, to achieve greatness, to sustain greatness is different from achieving greatness. And that's why I always tell people that success stories are for that day. That means they are They're like tenancy fee that is renewed on every day. He has to renew it. Your tenancy is due on every day. Whether you like it or it will slip off you. But that is what those who achieve greatness, they have all it takes to take all it takes to achieve that greatness. So to maintain that greatness might not be a problem because they're working from the bout of experience. And in between money, especially when you're youth service, in between money and experience, please go for experience. Experience will give you money. You endure with that experience. Money can wipe out overnight. But how can you replete it back for your survival? On Sunday, I went to church. One lady from my town came to me and told me that somebody just died from my town because I stopped attending their meeting long ago. That maybe he had hernia operation. I left, I moved straight to the house. From the service, I didn't go anywhere. I went there, I saw the wife, I saw the children. What happened? I had prostate cancer. And when I was attending the meeting, every day I come, I will be shouting, go for PSA, go for PSA. So if you have prostate cancer, you'll be nipped off the board. It will be detected. And not when you have it at a clinical status, stage of clinical status. Tell me what doctors will do. They will eat your money. What does it to do? What does it take to do PSA? It's not up to 20,000. A blood check. I told them, go for PSA. And this man will be watching me. Once you finish talking, they all go. It's like you're talking nonsense. But you see, God has brought me to a level I will advise people medically. God has advised me by advising people emotionally. God has elevated me where I can advise people physically, financially, business-wise. And I still remain what I am because the more I advise you, the more you do better. But if you're doing better, you can't outcompete me out of business. And there are some simple check, even for women. Simple check for your children. Even now, cancer, cervical cancer, the agent has been detected. You can vaccinate against it. Once a child is 12 years and above, there's periodic, your doctor will give you periodic vaccination. How much it costs? It's not your business. It will be far better than if it strikes. Because we are told that prevention is better than cure. There are some ailments for 15 years. For 15 years ago, I had my last bout of asthma. I'm online 15 years ago because I was able to get an advice that helped me brave through. And I know my trigger factor, that is dust and cold. Is it not? Is it not when I'm in the north during dust and cold, I'll pick it up? Because if I stay in the south, I'll not pick up. I've arranged myself to be trapped. Don't forget about this year. Traveling out is tired. And then with the medication, support medication system. People will die. People will die. And what's thing with them? Okay, now I am saying this. Somebody can even tell me a better alternative to navigate out of it. You hide your sickness. What does it mean? Did you create yourself? From people who had that experience, who had had that ailment for some time, can I advise you, even medically, not even be a medical person, what you have been doing to, based on advice and based on 1, 2, or 2, 10 things. If you react to dust, don't go to dusty places, especially in female. Or you wear your face mask. I have a pack of face masks in that car. Imagine driving from north till Kaduna till Osoka yesterday. Some dusty areas. I put my face mask. And you won't come. For those with this diabetes, it is better you pick it up at pre-diabetic stage. We have some powerful check these days. HB1AC that can give you for the past 6 months your diabetic level, your sugar level. Every 6 months you do. So I can detect it at pre-diabetic level and start, and not when you wait, it has gone into the proven diabetic stage, you start fighting. We have a good percentage of Nigerians who are diabetic. This runs in families. It's genetic. The same thing with asthma. It's genetic. And not to open your mouth to glutton. Anything you see, you eat. What have you done to check your medical status? If your medical status is not in order, all these things we are talking, all this fighting to make money, all this fighting to get experience, all this and this and this, one procedure will wipe out in India, in wherever, where many people go for medical escape these days. We wipe out the whole money. We have a system whereby people are not detected when their ailment starts. So it is you that will force it on the system. In some countries, they have their GPs who will tell them at this age, first of all, before a GP takes you in, he must know your medical record, must know your history record. From your grandfather, your that you must. What runs in your family? So that if it is diabetes that runs in your family, they start checking. They start checking your blood. Go for periodic test. Go for this. Go for this. They will come. They will pick your blood. They will send it to a reference center, lab center. They will bring it back. They will advise you. You are this and this. But if you are old, every morning you eat agidi, you eat you eat whatever, everything you are eating. Does it conform? I was telling you, me and you when we started, Damian, you're talking about the cat industry right these days. Anybody treating a cat knows their family of Caffelidae. The Felidae, that is the cat family, the feline family. Glucuronidation is not there. It's lacking in their biotransformation pathways. If you're not careful, kidney failure will come because every junk, the liver will not package it well. It will throw it to kidney to eliminate. So the pressure on kidney is so high. That's why their kidney is failing. But if it is biotransformed, it's from a more complex chemical in your body to a less chemical in your body. So even the cat, when you have cats, what the sprays you spray in your house, you have to be very, very careful not to give organophosphate, organochloride. But if you're giving the pyrenetrines, it's excellent. But the pyrenetrines, they disassociate so easily. So that is the thing. We're not going to feline medicine. It's more delicate medicine. It's the most delicate medicine is feline medicine because of one factor in their liver, glucuronidation. The enzyme glucuronidase is lacking. So that pathway in biotransformation is not there. They can use sulfonation, they can use any other, but that glucuronidation is the major pathway to destroy chemicals in the liver, in the body, and arrange it. Drugs. You have to be careful drugs to give to cats. Because there are some. I have my friend, the kidney was failing, he had cancer, prostate cancer. They were querying what kind of anesthesia are they going to give him so that they can operate him. You must have to comply. You must have to use a compliant anesthesia. And in the cat, you must use. I think ketamine is the best. You must use the most compliant anesthesia, or you kill that cat. You kill that cat. You destroy that cat. So we're in this world to live a life of I want to know. Searching for knowledge is inexhaustible. I speak now, I read, I read, I read, I read, I read. I'm writing my autobiography. In fact, it's now for second stage of editing. For second stage of editing, I'm writing my autobiography because I have read a lot of autobiographies. Is it from Nkrumah? Is it from Nelson Mandela? Is it from Zik? Is it from Awolowo? I have two Awolowo books. My March Through the Prison and My Early Life. I have Zik's book, My Odyssey. I have Obasanjo's book, Not My Will and My Command. And pieces. I have Emeka's by Ojukwu's biography written by Frederick Forsyth Emeka. I've read a lot of books so that you'll be able to know where you're able to apply yourself. That's why these people are great men. But what makes them great are not great. They are small, small, tiny, tiny, tiny things. It's just like you're manufacturing feed for birds or for any animal, you don't put trace elements because you think they are not important. Those trace elements are the turnaround. That the major aspect of that feed. Small, small things make them great. But when you wallow in ignorance, wallow in indifference, I don't know how many times in Enugu you have told yourself, we have clinical for your practice. In medicine, they do clinical practice on their special areas of practice. In the special areas of practice, they have clinical seminars. All these teaching hospitals, they want to learn. Even from a house officer, they want to learn. Because there are things a house officer can see, a consultant might not see it. It's many years of practice. You want to learn. Learning, learning can come from it. They finished one conference in Napoli, Sheka, Animal Production Research Institute. I saw me at my poorest level in life. If you see my clothes that day, you don't even take anything from me. But he was reasoning loud. How can we catch domestic chicken and vaccinate them? I told you I have a Poultry International. That's why I read a lot. But now they have the soft copies now that have been distributed on the internet. Then they were sending it to me. As I just picked up this last week, where in Thailand, they're impregnating these viruses, uh, Newcastle viruses on rice husk. And we're throwing it in village and you will see them throwing it and the birds are eating it and getting themselves vaccinated. That's how we picked the idea. That's how the late Professor Wanta, developed his PhD from our own local strain. You know, the Thailand that they were using their own strain. So information, look at Professor Jala Topo, who later became an acting vice chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University. Picking from this for me. I mean, and one thing about people in academic life, if you want to say something, you put your ears. They want to hear. Don't feel you've known much. Don't feel this person cannot advise you. Even your worker in the clinic, clinical assistant, can even advise you. I became a vet doctor, sent to the first place I was sent to. It was one nurse, veterinary nurse, veterinary nurse, in Ghana, one Yoruba woman trained in Ghana. They just showed me a lesion. I didn't know what it is, but I know what it is. I didn't know what it is. What she did was to express it, and this maggot came out. I know it's myiasis. For the first time, I saw myiasis in my life. At UNN, there was no myiasis. I didn't see myiasis. But in the Kaduna, I need to press dogs. You see how you saw it in Jos, man. You see how they were just coming out in droves. I didn't see it in clinical. I saw it in the field, not from a vet doctor, but veterinary nurse. But if I say what it is, would I have known it? Would I have taken particular notice of that, interest in that? That's how life works. For Naaman in the Bible that has leprosy. He said, if my Oga, a slave, a Jewish slave, will listen to me and look for Elijah. Eh? You want to go? Huh? Who? Okay, okay. If my Oga will, a slave, they're caught in the war front, will listen. I have this one is a shop banker. I have somebody, Elijah, who will heal him. Even when he told them to go to dump himself in the River Jordan for how many times? He went there. Was even them was saying, what is it? Welcome, do that we have better water. When you eventually met Elijah was prescribing going to River Jordan to dump him, to go and throw himself into that River Jordan. But later on, the man, despite his hesitation, the man was healed. That was the important thing. Whether he was advised by the king or advised by the duke or advised by people in golden towers, they couldn't help him. But the slave girl was the one who helped him. So when they to pick information, even from your clinical assistant, from everybody, to merge it with your spiritual skills and spiritual knowledge, and get where you want to get to. That is more important. That's more paramount. How do you cohabit here to form clinical conferences? I've said it here several times. It's very important. How did you manage this? How did you manage that? That thing is not only meant for veterinary faculties. It is better if thrown out in the field. It's far better. Even when we go to a conference, AVMA conference, that clinical seminar. But many of us don't go. How do you learn? Unless somebody told you. Once you finish in the university, you are finished. You come out in the field. It's a different thing altogether. It's a different ball game altogether. The client doesn't know whether you know anything or you don't know anything. All I know is this is my cat. I want it well. And unfortunately for you people in this era, as you are doing, she's researching on the internet. She's researching on the internet. So I've spoke again on collaboration and I've spoke again on health. So if you are not online now, come in so that you can ask yourself questions and then I will pin you and then you come online. Yeah. So I hope, and if there's question from, many people now are, Iken Emmanuel, are you the one? Huh? Also, Iken Emmanuel, who is Cosmos Obinatu? Yeah, many people have left. I don't know why. Maybe most times their network. Okay, some people sense chat. I can't hear you, sir. Zeletus or by. But they were not hearing me. I can hear you now. Okay. Okay. It's only you've come in. Okay, I know. I know what happened. I was muted along the line. So we can you, are you here? You're not here?
Yes, we are with you, sir.
Okay. Is this Zeletus? Zeletus,
yes,
do you have any question? Did you hear all I said?
Not all, but much of it.
Okay. Okay. So in what aspect do you want us to move little bit high to expatiate?
You can well, the topic you have your topic for the day, but I would have loved if you can go into that feline medicine.
What I said in feline medicine.
If you can say more about feline medicine.
Feline medicine is a very delicate medicine. The most delicate.
We need the knowledge, especially now that the industry is growing.
Yeah, the industry is growing. It's a very delicate. Feline medicine It's a very, very, among all the practice, feline medicine is the most delicate. And then you are dealing with feline medicine, you are dealing with bigger cats. You are dealing with bigger cats. The bigger cats, the lion, the leopard, the cheetah, they're all part of feline medicine. And they have the same pathway. They have the same pathway. One aspect is that every chemical that goes to the body gets to the liver through the hepatic portal channel. And once they get to the liver, they have to be downsized, what we call biotransformation. They have to move from a critical chemical to a lesser critical chemical so they don't damage the body. And that is what the biotransformation is all about. Though in some few cases, they can move, which Anyika has told. Anyika told us in pharmacology that very, very rare case, you can see those chemicals moving up a little bit after biotransformation. And there are 4 pathways to it. The major one is glucuronidation, because they are powered by enzymes. Cats, glucuronidase are lacking in cats. That's why and those chemicals are in the pharmacokinetics, that is, whereby they are reduced. We know the half-life. Those chemicals in the body that are being degraded to a lesser harmful ones. And then the chemical that's supposed to last, let's say 5 hours, if without biotransformation, that chemical can, just like lindane, can stay for 30 years. Lindane has invaded one of what they call it DDT. It has invaded all kinds of biotransformation, all those enzymes. They can be in the body for over 30 years. But if he has subjected to himself to those biotransformation onto those enzymes, within 5 hours, it would have gone. So if you have a cat, it's not every drug that you give to cat. Because if the drug that goes through glucuronidation and then the glucuronidase is lacking, it will not undergo biotransformation. It will be in the cat, destroying the cat. But one thing you know is that every chemical, if you see the anatomy of the liver, you see the what do you call it? The arteries and the veins coming from the liver. That's the renal artery to the kidney. And you see the renal vein from the kidney back to the liver. So once chemicals move from liver and they go to the kidney, what they want to do, what they do is to push the kidney beyond the extinction to start overworking itself. So the kidneys will be overworked because the lesser chemicals are not the one going to the kidney. Because once bigger chemicals are in the kidney, take it for example, alcoholism. The body does not want alcohol because if it gets to the brain, it will damage the brain. It goes to the kidney, it damages the brain. All it does is that most times when people drink alcohol, they go and urinate. What does it suggest? The kidney is the liver is sending it to the kidney to be pushed out of the body. You are subjecting that kidney. You are subjecting that kidney to extra pressure. So every harmful chemical is subjected to be eliminated by the kidney. And the biotransformation is lacking. So if you're dealing with drugs, make sure you deal with drugs. That's why ketamine has an alternative pathway for its elimination, for its degradation in the body, or it remains there to be harmful. In pharmacology, there's what called potentiators. Drugs that can potentiate another drug. That makes it to That's when you are talking about penicillinase and those that destroy penicillin in the system. So that's why we are giving drugs. What's this chemical they add to penicillin? There's one drug they add to penicillin and that destroys those penicillins. The beta-lactam is the lactamase. They destroy the beta-lactam. They destroy the beta-lactam ring. No. That's one name for them. That's one name for
clavullic acid, sir.
Yeah, clavullic acid. Beautiful. That's clavullic acid. They destroy those enzymes in the liver that acts on penicillin group of drugs. So if you put it in a combination, you add in most of these penicillin drugs, they have them. Clavullic acid. When you add it, you potentiate it because the enzymes that destroy it is destroying the enzyme. So, Obai, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Somebody, Agada? Who is Agada? Emmanuel, who is Agada? You? Okay, I'm coming. You are now here. Are you okay with what I said about glucuronidation?
Yes, sir. Thank you
Are
so
you
much.
okay? So if you are choosing a drug for cats, you have to be very careful.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
You have to be very careful or you kill that cat. Or you package that cat to heaven or hell. Or you move the kidney into functioning, overfunction of kidney. Quote me, whether in human or in animal, or when you subject your cat to excess the kidney, the extra stress or functioning, that kidney packs up. One will pack up first. And then there's compensatory mechanism to compensate for that one that packs up. You put more extra pressure on the one that's alive, and then you damage that one too. So, Obai, are you? Hello?
Yes, I'm gaining knowledge, sir.
Do you get any knowledge from me?
Yes, sir, a lot.
So, what did you gain?
Well, an experienced elder like you, whenever you talk, I love listening to you. I will gain knowledge around vets and even outside vets. Like you rightly put it, that searching for knowledge is inexhaustible. And I also learned from you that greed cannot make a man to be great.
He said, "That word will not make a man to be great."
Greed cannot make a man to be great.
No. Jealousy cannot make a man to be great.
Yes.
You know, when I started the importation, all the while I was carrying products from Lagos to Kaduna, warming myself up on what the terrain ought to be. You know, at times people jump into a terrain and jump out with speed. You need to endure your body to grow in that terrain, to be adapted to that terrain. And I brought 1,000 doses of distemper vaccine, 1,000 doses. Then we were selling 50 naira, that's 50,000 naira worth of product. But that time, dollar was around 14 naira, 15 naira, thereabout. So it was 10 times better than what it is today. And I went to my classmate, who is positioned strategically to help me sell that product. He asked me how many doses. I told him 1,000 doses. He looked at himself, looked at me, and felt we were still in classroom. Now I'm greater than him. He didn't talk to me for 10 minutes and walked away. Then I gave it to another classmate who went to him. He said, "Is that one owned by BBC?" That's the name that's how I coiled my Bluebird company. It's from the name I was given in school because I had the information machine going with me. And the guy, he told one day, the Max, my friend, my classmates, went to him. I won't mention his name. and ask him that they has this vaccine. Ask him, is it BBC owned? He said yes. Like even if it's 10 kobo, he will not sell. What limit? When I go, that's what I call the undignified jealousy. You know, which is all over the world. It's not everybody that sees you in the likes you. That's why you have to be careful the kind of relationship you keep. And I always advise people, any relationship that will not grow you, run away from that relationship. The relationship must be grown. It's a bend of it's a game of I bend down to you, you bend down to me. It's a game of I gain from you, you gain from me. In all facets of life, in every facet of life. If you are doing research and people will see research, you will not tell you so that you compete himself. You won't have competitors. You think he's the only one that sees that research. He's wasting his time. Even if he doesn't get it, you get it. You can still carry him up again in another sector, in another research, in another area. In fact, in that research, because research has no end, in that research, you can move into an area that he can call you to be part of it. But when we have this timid way of life, that is when we get it wrong. I will tell you, come. Is that my business? Come, let's do it. In the process of you doing it, I even learn from you. You learn from me. We grow. Then ask me, that my classmate, where is he today? With that kind of mindset, pictomic mindset. Nobody grows like that. Out of envy, out of jealousy, feeling that if he's living in one lockup shop or one face me and face you in a Ikoton, Lagos, or Maroko, or Mokoko, that now with this, I might live in a bigger area. What is our business? We're not created the same day. We're not created same. Everybody has his life. It's just by providence we met in the class. Does not mean we remain like that. I know the kind of forces. And when I came up to run for MVMA president, kind of things people were talking. Do you know I put my posters and the faculty where I was trained. Within 5 minutes, I didn't see my poster again. In the faculty, veterinary medicine, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, I'm peeping online. It's just the same thing we are saying. But people like us will not take it as real. We even gain from that. Because I will tell people, any obstacle you see in your life, what makes it different is how you're able to engage that obstacle. It can even be a springboard to your further success in life. The world we are told it will end in one day, but it doesn't end in a minute. How many ages we are told the world will end? For those ages till now, we're waiting for it. It doesn't end in a day. So, Obai, do you have any of us does not have anything to say?
Okay, not much. Thank you for this lecture you are delivering to us. But somebody asked the question. I don't know if you've seen it. I should talk more about mentorship by older vets to the younger ones.
Yeah, it depends on
Dr.
Emmanuel is here with me. Yes, it depends on the kind of older vet you are meeting. I have taken my time based on this question in going from one university to the other as their pre-oath, pre-induction, or oath or induction guest lecturer. I just left on 5th of February. I was in University of Abuja. I've had it in the Ahmadu Bello calling me. I went on my own, went to KB. In fact, I looked at myself. Oh, God. And anything, if you're doing anything and bring religion, bring tribe, count me out. These are games for the inferior, where inferior gains a lot. I'm telling you, I went to KB. breeding Kibi. We sat down with over 30 vets, teaching them. It's in the YouTube, or how you can grow, and how you can grow. These are, I'm talking to audience that I was so happy. For the first time, I was talking to an audience that was 95% Muslim. At the end, they gave me standing ovation. I was so happy. In fact, it was then I know I've arrived. Right from the airport, they came to the airport to carry me with their vehicle. In fact, water I said, I'm not told. They carried bottled water in packs and kept in my room. Can you drink? Food is everywhere. And I went there, I spoke. The coppers among them, I just gave them little allowance. They enjoyed themselves. That's why I'm wired. That's how I'm wired. But UNN, where I was trained, they won't call me for reasons best known to them. I was in Abu, but fortunately, Professor Nem, who called me in Abuja, was trained in incidental actually. He was trained in UNN. I don't force myself on people. And I don't want people to force themselves on me. Life is a game of cohabiting. This is my second time of coming to Enugu. I've been to Warri on this episodes and mentorship drive. I've been to Port Harcourt. Over 20 people came in Port Harcourt. I told you, it's my money, come and be eating. Snacks were all over the places. Life is a game of again. Again. You see, knowledge gain is unquantifiable because where you will exploit is unquantifiable. Hey, the battery is almost gone. We don't have this thing here. So this thing will soon trip up 27%. So from 60%. So that is it. So it depends on who you want. There are some older ones that will destroy you. Know them and run away from them. And if you're an older vet, the younger vets will come to them. Like the one they posted me to serve. That way I mentored the veterinary nurse. If you see the kind of rejection letter he sent to NYC, but unfortunately for him, he was dealing with a smarter guy. Don't remember before he died. For 25 years, I've been a vet. IT students, NYC students have been working under me. I have not seen this kind of person. When you see that kind of person, he's just coming out of university, sitting down and address him and mentor him. And not to cajole him, and not to send derogatory letter. But unfortunately for him, he wrote that he was not able to give me accommodation, despite the fact that I know that he's working hard to give me one. I went there and said, I know he's not working anything hard to give me. And they blocked him from getting NYS copper. At the end, I served the NMPE. NMPE got the best of me. Till tomorrow, we are relating. An animal scientist. One chief Uzekwe, Bond Uzekwe. We could have an animal scientist. He was my boss. In fact, with that place I served, he's not a vet. He told me, if you kill any dog, now you use your name. A lot of farmers will be coming here. They're consulting you. They're not consulting me. But all I do is sell my drugs. So imagine did I leverage as a copper? That's why I leveraged on. Immediately after my youth service, the clientele I got from that 1 year is what I was at least. You come to my house, you eat food. So it depends on the vet you are meeting. If you meet this kind of person that his classmate is getting products and he's making money, he's jealous. Wrong. But if you can get people who can mentor you, fine. You need mentorship. Okay, how many young vets have keyed into this? One thing is that some young vets are not serious. Many of them have worked for me. They're not serious. Even the ones that served me. One like that, if you don't give me that inclination that you're going to learn, I won't teach you. That's why I say I don't force myself on people. What ended up with me is not, he lacked nothing. because he didn't want to learn. We will bring vaccines in midnight from Kano. They arrive around 1 or 2 because they pre-release vaccine. And this young man will come that day. He was staying in my boss quarters and pretending that he's dying, that he's sick, so that he will not help us to pack vaccine. I said, go. One day I saw him in Oka selling feed. You didn't pack vaccines. Is it feed you're going to pack? I gave him 6 months to fold up that business. 3 months he folded. How can you work with people like me, a workaholic, a working jack, and you cannot sell feed? Well, I gave you some products, kill him, name man, and let him go. In fact, I wanted him to do NYC people just started begging me to keep people. And I kept him, under in the window. Because if I see somebody that wants to learn, I will push him to learn more. And that's what my boss, when I was serving, they got a stage. Dr. Ibe, I want to teach you. Oh, yeah, follow this man, Alade, to be that. Follow this man, Wakala, to Guzo. Follow this man. These are Alhajis that used to sell every what do you call the cattle market day. They move from one cat to another, selling veterinary drugs. They're all our customers. Go. So that you learn how to sell these things, even at village level. That's why I didn't understand. I don't understand how I did at that time. But I learned a lot from him. He pushed me so hard. Go and chase this debt. Stay in the guest house where we keep you. Be ordering everything. So that the first day you come and see what you ate, tomorrow he will give you your money. Because he knew, yes, this is how I learned how to chase debt. But if I have said that he's a wicked man, look at him pushing me hard. When the bulk comes to my table, how would I have managed it? Somebody must push you to manage it at any level, whether small or big. Because when it comes to it, it will come bigger. Every Christmas I go to see in his village. When my father died, he brought, if you see this bull he brought to my place, he said I'm one of the smartest copper that had worked under him. Because I was wanted to learn. Whatever I had, whatever I have, I didn't show him. So that he can teach me more. So the best learners are learners, even if they learn under a charitable condition, you pity them so that you can teach them more. And they're learning. I have a general, one of my clients. This general, one of the finest, General Mohammed, finest general I've ever seen. He will tell you, Vet, he will ask you one crazy question. And he will tell you, you vets don't know. How many people who are vets you have met, they don't satisfy me. That's a lie. He wants to learn more from you. In the process of proving that vets know, you teach him more. You advise him more. But when it comes to my turn, I say, look, my bandit, because they used to call him General Bandit in the army. Look, let me tell you, if you want to learn from me, I will teach you. Though I have fallen inside his mugu 3 times, so just if you want, they will just laugh. I mean, can I give you yogurt? Can I give you yogurt? So, Obai, we're almost closing. So it depends on the vet. But mentorship class is supposed to be part of your clinical seminar. Because once you're having a very, very difficult clinical issues, you manage well, you didn't manage well, you are saying it, you are mentoring the younger ones. And one thing I tell you, and one thing I like in the West, Yoruba people, when I chairman, as NVMA president, I chairman the Western Conference of Farmers. Come and see people. They want to come and learn. But you do it here, you see anyone. If they're not doing one thing, they're doing the other. I did it here in Enugu. Modetel, formerly Modetel. I don't know what is answering now. I chairman for the Eastern. I chairman for the Western. They called me, Brian, they said I should come. Come and see the opening ceremony, how I handle that opening ceremony. Come and see people. You see somebody who has been in farming for 40 years, 50, he will come because he knows he's going back home with nothing. But our own is that even the best that teach them, they will tell them to go. They have learned everything. And then when they go, you see them. How many farms are in existence here in this area? How many of them has tried hatchery and folded? Here, even in Enugu here. Because the mechanisms to learn, whatever you have in every stage in life, I'm saying, when you learn in that thing, can expire tomorrow. And that's why I say success is for the day. It's not for tomorrow. What brings you here cannot take you there. You need a stronger. Imagine that during their own period that you were using analog incubators and hatches. Where now we are using digital. Nobody go to press. Once you get pim, 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 if the humidity is not much, the machine will tell himself that the humidity is not much digitally, so that they will put water inside, humidified inside. But the during our time, you knew if it's not, you gotta do pim, pim, pim. No. That's analog area. It's digital area is self-control, but perfection. Okay, I think we are the battery is 22%. Energy server is on. Any other person, Chibo, do you have any question? If you don't have, unmute yourself. Oh no, Cosmas will be natural. You've been here. Unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir. I've no question, but I've been listening. Thank you for the inspirational talk so far. I mean, full of life lessons, of experiences, and everything. We're grateful. We couldn't make it physically, but I think you made mention of Dr. Damian and one other doctor. Is it Dr. Emmanuel that was there with you?
Yeah,
I think when they
Emmanuel Agada is here.
Yes, they will give us more hints on the physical interaction they must have had with you.
No. It's in the YouTube.
So,
it's in the YouTube.
Yes, I've followed some of your lectures, both the presentation. Is it at UI now? A lot of places I've been to, so I will know you to a great extent, and you're one of key banks.
I'm glad.
UNN will involve you very soon. It's very important. We cannot afford to not have something.
That's their business. That's their business. It's their business. The two deans that just invited me, Umudike and Abuja, they were trained in UNN. So we have our own idiosyncrasies. Okay.
We'll push it, sir.
We'll push it. You have to be invited.
Is it your girlfriend or your wife or side chick? Or side wife? From side chick to side wife.
No, she's actually, she's not side.
It's not side anything.
She has been coming on, but network has been, troubling him. I don't know why.
So
but...
can the network glue you people together so that it will be part of the success story?
And my own has been working on her own. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying is that her own is not working. Maybe God is saying something.
Yes.
No.
There's a way God works. My own wife was positioned to me in the Diamond Bank of all places. I went to see her as a papa. I saw her. Igbo babe. I said, God. And I looked at her and said, God, give me this one. I will worship you.
If it me, no.
I hope you fulfilled your promise, sir.
Are you a judge? God said, judge not. God said, judge not. Are you a judge? Oh, please. I want the lady beside you. I want to know her, please. What's her name?
Dr. Chiazo, introduce yourself.
My name is Dr. Chiazo, sir.
Yeah, from where?
From Enugu.
Are you a lioness?
Yes, sir, I am.
A great one.
That's good. I am a lion. I left 1987.
Wow.
Some of my lecturers, some of your lecturers were my classmates. Professor Eze and Professor Ope, they were all my classmates. And then Dr. Leonardo Obasi, they were all my classmates. I'm happy we left some there. we left some there. Okay. I am